city or whatnot, I get to meet great people, just like you and just like me, that were sitting in seats and made a decision to try a product, or made a decision to purchase a product, made a decision to get started in business, and now they can share with you their local experience and what they've been able to accomplish in Nerium. So please give it up for your local leadership.
My name is Austin. I'm 25. I'm one of the young Geppers. I've been with Nerium for just over 2 months now. I'm a senior brand partner. I love Nerium. I say that. I always say that. It's true. The leadership, the product, the business, everything that you've seen. Right now I did last qualify. My 3 brand partners have just got a new customer yesterday, so that's pretty exciting. I did not get an iPad, but I am next month. Yeah, next month, starting my Lexus. I'm going to get the same car as my car now, which is struggle, so it can match. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to get my Lexus. I don't know, I just love leadership, I love everything about it. Yeah.
But what really keeps me here for 2 years is what the culture of Nerium. A month after we joined, we went to Dallas for BASH, and that's when they launched the partnership with Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and live happy, making people better, all that stuff is what makes me feel good, and that's what keeps me good.
My sponsor called me up in 2011 in January and said, "Hey, there's this big business, blah, 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 blah." And I went, I'm doing that. I don't want to do no more of that. But then he said Jeff Olson, and I knew the name Jeff Olson from another company. And I knew Carl. And I said, well, here's my credit card. Put me in and keep me posted. And I gave him some names. He kept in touch with me, jerked on me for 2.5 years. Well, long story short, in November, my husband retired from 47 years at Black and Beach. All of a sudden, I had someone, the first thing he said every morning was, "What are we doing today?" Now, ladies, for ones that don't know what I'm talking about, he moved a new desk in right by mine with his computer on the other side of my desk, and I have to listen to him talk on the phone while I'm trying to talk on the phone, and he'd say, "Honey, how do you spell this? How do you spell that?" And I thought,
but I've been a stay-at-home mom for about the last 12, almost 13 years now. I was actually introduced to the direct sales industry, network marketing, about 7 years ago. And I was with the company, had a little bit of success with them, and they suddenly closed their doors one day. So there was no more company, no more team, no more paycheck. And so I got a little bit jaded by this industry. So I built up a little something, and I really liked it. And so when I was approached about Nerium, I was like, I like good skincare, but I'll probably, I'll be your best customer if I like the product. So my friend offered me a bottle for me to try. I tried it, I liked it, and I was watching her on Facebook, and I saw her earn an iPad, I saw her earn a Lexus, and I sent her a text that said, I need some more information. And so I too have a little bit of a similar story to Pat, and it took me just a little bit less of amount of time to figure it out. But I sat there, I opened up my box, and I pulled the bottle out for me. Okay, so I'm kind of speaking to the brand partners in the room. So I pulled the bottle out for me. Never logged onto my website. Didn't do new brand partner training. What was that? Didn't know there were CDs in the box. I just kind of moved them to the side to get it. It was probably about the time I was reaching in for my 4th bottle or so, but I had a couple bottles coming in that my sponsor called me and she said, hey, there's this big party thing for Nerium. It's in Dallas. That's not far for you. Why don't you come down there? And I haven't seen her in a long time. So I was like, girls' weekend. So I went down there and I sat, and it was a batch too. And I sat in that room with my jaw on the floor. I had no idea what she had offered me until I listened. And then I got home and I got to work. That was in March. I earned my Lexus in June. I just got back from a fantastic Cancun trip. I can't say any more about this company other than I know I'm in the right place at the right time. If you were brought here as a guest, get the facts, get your questions answered. The person that brought you here cares about you.
Okay, my name is Carolyn Sand, and I've been in the business a little bit over a year. I think a year and a half. I always forget because it's just flying by. But my background, I started in the transportation industry in '83. Aged myself, but did. Back then, it was all men. And I never knew I couldn't work for someone. So it was all men. So we were treated, women don't do trucking, what do they do? So I still stayed in it, kept changing jobs, and finally decided, well, I can't work for these people, so I started my own truck line. I really did, ran a truck line, and I will tell you, everybody that talks hate to faint, they hate that job. I would have prayed for that job at that time, because mine was 24 hours plus. I was a single mom for 12 years, dragging her everywhere. It was horrible. Found out about the drug sale industry. I do have a little background in that with a company that I really believed was the end all. Knew it was the best company. I'm going to be with it forever. Drank the Kool-Aid, believed it until Nerium. And all of a sudden I saw this company and I'm like, oh my gosh. They give you inventory for free. I'm sitting with almost $80,000 of inventory from my old one. Right there tells you what to do. I mean, it was crazy. So that's why Nerium for me. My own business, free inventory, work with people, and you don't have to work 24 hours a day. It's awesome. My daughter now is 27. She's in the business, but she is building it so she doesn't have to do what I did. And it's awesome. So, like Roy said, share this person about me.
As you just heard from all the backgrounds, there's different backgrounds, there's different walks of life, there's different age groups. And so all of us in this room here probably came here for a reason. Maybe to appease your friends or your family that asked you to come out. But maybe you're sitting here wondering if you can do this. At the end of the day, I know you can do this. You can absolutely do this. And every single day, a new person is proving that to us that they can do this. Because all we really do is take a product from point A to point B. The transportation business and the distribution business, it's all we do is take that product from point A to point B. And so if you're looking for something, if you've been praying for something, if you've been searching for something, a company to be a part of just part-time, maybe just for a social outlets, maybe for the personal development, maybe for the product, maybe for the opportunity, this is a great organization and team that's really just beginning. As we go forward, month after month, you're going to start hearing more and more and more about Nerium. And so that's what I'll kind of end with tonight. Actually, next slide. There's one slide here. I love it. It's very descriptive. This one. So 2011, again, we talked about a $180 billion industry in just the world of anti-aging, going to $1 trillion by the year 2025. And so when you can step into that marketplace of anti-aging and skincare, with the big boys, L'Oreal, Estee Lauder, Royal Olay, and you have a product that's working almost 20 times more than those products combined, you have an opportunity. So I'll just close with this. Sorry. Success from Home Magazine, again, I mentioned a little bit before. But when I saw this again, on our 5th month of opening up our doors of business, our company had just begun. We didn't have that many customers yet. We didn't have the success that we have yet today. But now our magazine says millions on the cover. Millions of lives changed, millions of revenues generated, millions of free product earned, millions of bottles shipped, millions of years regained, millions of rewards earned. So where I'm going with this is that the next 24 to 36 months, absolutely, this company, this cover will go to billions. You know, where will we be though in the next 3 years? Where will you be with us in the next 3 years? You know, will you be driving a Lexus? Will you be earning a free incentive trip to a 5-diamond resort like some of us just got back from? You know, will you be living your dreams? Will you be traveling? Will you be doing what you love? You know, will you be coaching something or teaching something or whatever you're doing? Where could you be in the next 3 to 5 years with our company? It's just beginning. You know, who do you know in other cities and other states? Who do you know in other countries that are desperately looking for an opportunity? This is just beginning. And so for those of you in this room here tonight that are guests with us, again, we appreciate you for being here. We respect your time as well. And so thank the person that invited you out here tonight. It took a lot of courage maybe to ask you, or you qualified. You know, you're sharp enough to make it in this room. That's what it comes down to. And so I highly recommend you doing is circling up with the person that brought you out here so you get your questions answered in the room. You know, you get your questions answered here by someone that's been a part of the business, that's used the products, that's experienced the success. And so there's 3 types of people in the room. The third person says, it's not really for me, and that's okay. And what we recommend is to try the product. You know, maybe the person that brought you out has a sample bottle that can allow you to try for just a few days. We have a waiting list for this stuff. You know, I don't usually talk about this, but I had a guest come out with me the other night to the Denver Market Party, and I didn't have any product to give. Because in this business, I don't have a garage full, or a trunk full, or a closet full of product. I never have product, because I'm always giving it out to people to try it and buy it. Okay, and so number 3 says, not really for me, but I recommend you try it. And number 2 says, I would love to try the product. I'd love to purchase the product. And you owe it to yourself to try for at least 30 days on the company. If you don't like it, return it. We'll help you return it. Again, we're looking for a happy, loyal customer base. And then number 1 says, you know what, I have some questions, but I want to become a brand partner. I want to get started with this. You know, and so what's so neat about this time of year is September, October, November are huge months for us. Why? Kids are back in school. People are on a vacation mode. They're ready to work. They need to make extra income for the holidays. They need to get ahead in whatever they're trying to do. So now is a great time to start. Tomorrow night, I know I'll be speaking in Independence, Blue Springs, the Bass Pro Shop. So if you have anyone on that side of town, you know, I'll be speaking there as well. I believe it's at 7 o'clock, 7 to 8, just like this. And then on Saturday, I'll be speaking at the Sheraton in the Convention Center, right somewhere here, Overland Park.